What is up? What is up, party people? Gonna get some folks in here. We are gonna be live. Little watch party for the Charles Lester commitment. Kev's gonna join me shortly. Expecting potentially Chris to join us, the animal himself. Let's get a little buzz in the chat. Let's get this thing rolling. We are gonna watch along. Zach is down there. He's doing his thing. Already interviewed. If you go to the Knowles 24/7 YouTube page, you should see a video posted, a little pre-commitment video with Charles Lester. Let's see if I can find that. No, maybe I'm wrong. No, it was posted on the website. So if you are a member of Knowles 24/7, you can go on there and read the latest update from Zach with Charles Lester right before. I know there's a lot of different media down there, a lot of people covering this. So lots of options. Oh, yes, there shall be receipts. Well, let's you know what? Let's just jump into the receipts. If you are not a member of the Knowles 24/7 website, this week, Mr. Sinone put up a nice little article talking about where Charles Lester was visiting this week, and it got a little hectic. It got a little crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean crazy. So we're going to take a little look at that once all said and done. Just a little taste. We're going to see what kind of hot takes there were out there in FSU land on the Knowles 24/7 message boards. If you're not a member, I would highly advise you to get on over there. Zach and Brendan and Chris have been on top of this from the jump. They've been all over this. They said he was going to visit. They said that they still felt confident that he was going to end up a Knoll. We're going to find out where he goes. Yes. Oh, Brendan is here.
Hot cakes, what's up?
Oh, thanks. You gave me a new nickname today. I appreciate that. I like that one too.
It's because you like pancakes.
I do like pancakes. Yes.
And there's no other double entendre at all for that.
No, I didn't know you were joining us. Welcome. I apologize. I never even thought to say, Brendan, jump in with us.
Oh, yeah. You invited Chris, so I just assumed I was invited.
Well, of course you are.
I'll be popping in and out because I'm helping. Young Zachary is being very angsty and broody while he's there in Sarasota. That's apparently very hot out. He's trying to get the live stream going for the actual commitment ceremony, and he's yelling at us a lot. So I was just giving you guys a little color, a little update on what's happening. Chattanooga whiskey is what I'm drinking tonight. Win or lose, commit or not commit. So.
I still haven't gotten my formal introduction, so I'm just waiting for that, AB.
No, I mean, Kev, you put out a video today that told everybody how to beat Florida State. Stop the empty packages. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
you're literally giving away state secrets. Nobody wants to hear from you.
Yeah, guess what? Sometimes Norvell lines up in formations that don't have a running back. So don't know if Mario Cristobal's figured that one out yet. But
all right. Kev, I'm gonna shut you down right now. There are 716 people in this live stream right now, ready to find out where the hell Charles Lester III is going. 726 now. I mean, that's insanity. We appreciate everybody showing up tonight and coming out and watching this with us.
Can I give a shout out with that in mind, AB?
Mm-hmm.
We've had more than 400 people sign up for Knowles 24/7 during our promo the last 2 weeks or so. The promo goes for a few more days, 75% off, like 400 people plus, closer to 500 than 400, honestly, is massive. So thank you everyone for giving us a try. Hopefully you continue to stick around, and there's going to be some shenanigans on my end, on our message boards end. But the news that we produce, the feature writing we do, the analysis these guys do, podcast community, like very proud of what we've done, what we're continuing to do. So thank you for everyone for trying us out. A lot of eyeballs here tonight too, because it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be fun no matter what, but let's hope it's fun in the best way possible.
Oh boy. Yeah. It's going to be a good night. I hope. I'm optimistic. I think everybody's optimistic. There's a lot of, obviously, you're hopefully going to end up 5-star quarterback commit. Luke Krimenhawk is there with his parents. He made the trip down to support Charles Lester. I believe the two of them got pretty tight during this process. Luke's obviously been a big, little update here, 10-minute delay, according to Zach. All right. So we're running behind.
A few minutes ago, but still probably applies. But I think he's showing up soon. So we're good. We haven't lost Charles Lester from what I
can't find out if people are here to watch Charles Lester commit or to watch me bash all the trolls. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of
there are 914 people here to watch you bash trolls, then you're a lot more popular than I would have previously guessed.
Are we going to be just rereading like the Charles Lester thread?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's there in its glory. Come on. Is that Chunk?
No, I don't think right now is the time to be checking receipts, AB.
No, I just wanted you to know I came in the room and I heard, is that Chunk? And I thought AB was talking about me. Had a moment. Kind of hurt my feelings, but hey.
Never. Welcome, Chris. We said you might join us. No, you guys are going to be busy on your end, flipping commit stories if they happen, flipping scouting reports if they happen. If not, then there's not going to be anything to flip. And
hey, they'll be flipping.
I might flip the bird. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, AB.
Last time I was on here in a big time corner didn't end up choosing Florida State. It got pretty ugly in a hurry. So
this is important. Are we going to be live streaming the video of the commitment from this channel?
I think so. Yeah, I think Zach asked us to maybe do that, but last time we tried to do that, it got really grainy. So I don't know. We'll see. I think we will definitely tell people where to go find that video, and then we're gonna.
That seems to be the number one question on the chat. I want to get that settled before we get too far.
It's supposed to be on the National 247 YouTube page. We're waiting for the link to go up. As soon as it's up, I intend to grab it, put it on the message board, put it in the live update story, put it in the live update post. I'll tweet it. That's the goal. But
Chris, if you could describe,
I'm waiting for those not in my control. I'm not going to describe Zach's move.
In one word, just one word.
I don't want to come back to him.
Just one word. Angsty.
Angsty.
That's kind of.
It's a good word.
Thank you.
It's a good word. Okay. Now everybody just wants to know whether we're going to the Big Ten. Chris, you really started something.
Yeah, this was all you, Chris.
Thanks, guys. I talked about it on the bench this morning. I'll plug that.
My man is not going over. He did 10 minutes straight on it. It was one of the better, not even rants, just thought processes that we've ever had on the podcast, because it was Chris being very smart and thoughtful for 10 minutes. Granted, it was a low bar for us.
I think Brendan is perpetually nervous. So I don't think that's any different for tonight than it is any other day. So
yeah, that's fair. I do have a lot of anxiety. Thanks, Kev. It's a disorder. It's fine.
I think the first way to get over it is by naming it, you know.
All right, Todd Nichols, Mr. Nichols. Yes, we're going to do our best to have the live stream of him committing. Last time it got really wonky and fuzzy, and it just didn't look very good, so we cut it. But it hasn't gone up yet. We're going to drop it in here definitely for you if we can't get it to work, but we're going to do our best to try to have it playing as well. Volume becomes an issue. It becomes a whole issue. We're streaming through a stream, and it's just not always clean. And we want this to be as clean a product as it can be, especially with almost 1,300 people in here joining us. This is more than the I Am Cozy lemonade. I Am Cozy. Thank you. Yes. This is more than the Hakeem Williams commitment video that we did with Chris and Zach, and I were live for. Is this, I'm going to ask you guys, if Lester is to pick Florida State, who do you think is the bigger get there between those two? Not that we're comparing the two. Obviously, one's a DB, one's a wide receiver. Do you think one is a bigger get for this program over the other?
I think Hakeem was bigger just because it'd been a while since you got a 5-star, and you had to prove that you can go down. Oh boy, you could put you had to go down to South Florida and beat a guy that Miami wanted, and just to kind of prove that you could do it again. I think in that sense, I think Hakeem was more significant than Charles Lester will be. Now, if you go and do something in a week from now up in Georgia, then talk to me then. But let's not start counting chickens before they've hatched. You get that reference, AB?
I do. As a chicken farmer, I do get that.
Oh my God, Richie Barnes of Double Fries No Slaw bought a bottle of Chattanooga whiskey over the last weekend, and he's killed the bottle in 3 days.
There's been a lot going on. Chris Nee's been stirring the pot out there in the old verse.
Still waiting to see what's happening here.
Chris is going to let us know when that link is available. Obviously, look, if you are around for the Jaden Woodby days, you know that these things can tend to drag on quite a bit. We're actually going to try to do the offensive line preview after this, and so I'm hoping this doesn't take too long, but whatever it is, what it is, we'll be here as long as they can. There's another player potentially making a commitment tomorrow, or making a decision, right? The offensive lineman, Itite, isn't that what he said today in an article?
His intention is to announce on Saturday, yes.
Okay, perfect. So we will not be live for that one. One live stream commitment is enough for me for 1 week, but obviously be sure to check out Knowles 24/7 for all the coverage if he is to pick Florida State offensive line preview, because you need something to cheer you up. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
So we think it's going to be another 8 minutes before it starts up?
They're still awaiting his arrival at this moment.
Do we want to watch some of his film in preparation for the moment, or do we want to still wait after?
I think we'll probably be safe to stall for a good 5 minutes or so.
Let's do it.
Watch a little bit. How about we watch his sophomore film or something like that?
I've got junior film pulled up.
Okay. Somebody said he was an IG live 10 minutes ago driving. Thank you, Sammy.
All right, so here's this film. He plays a lot of wide receiver in it.
So on that subject, he was a wide receiver much of his upbringing. He became more of a DB in high school. So technically, wide receiver is actually his first love.
So Norvell's just all about the dual side athletes. Pretty much everybody they bring in plays both sides of the ball.
Pat Surtain on his introductory press conference back in February said, and that's like a big emphasis for them, is to create more takeaways. If that bowler is watching, I got you, takeaways, not turnovers. But a big part of that is recruiting defensive backs who have some skill position background. So Charles Lester, about as good of an example of that as you can find in this class.
This is the kind of physical traits you're dealing with. So right here, he kind of bites hard. He sees the quarterback scrambling out, and you can see he's fully kind of committed his hips, but he's able to flip them immediately and follow. Like, that's insane.
His foot speed too, that goes in conjunction with the hips. But he's very light on his feet. I feel like that's
and kind of overtake the wide receiver. That flipping of the hips and lightness of foot.
But then the ball skills, like we're talking about being the wide receiver, like the ability to high point it and become the wide receiver with the ball in the air, like that's so innate and natural. Like that's a plus trait for him. I think that might be his top trait, in my opinion, is the ball skills.
Yeah, like this, where he
just go gets it. It shows up on both sides of the ball too. I think that's like what's cool. Is like I think he had 5 interceptions as a junior. I can't imagine he was tested a ton. They played a lot of off coverage, soft zone stuff. So very active. Yeah, he's an athlete, guys. He's fun.
And he's got some. He's rail thin. Like he's a dude that's got some strength training and all that fun stuff to ahead of him. That's going to make him an even better player.
I do think he's like a I don't think he's a plug and play true freshman, which you can sometimes do with defensive back. I think he's a guy who probably needs a year of seasoning before you can start looking at him as realistic, like rotational piece is my assumption. I could.
I mean, yeah, you saw it in that clip earlier where he was able to kind of just make up for kind of a bad instinctual play by just having really plus athleticism. So you can tell he's a little bit raw fundamentally as a cornerback, but I mean, this athleticism plays, you know?
Yeah, the athleticism is a premium, and he hasn't had like any. So you guys know, like he hasn't had like a whole lot of athletic testing recently. I think the last one he did was early in 2021. He was 6'1" legitimately then. He's probably 6'2" now. Arms that are probably comparable to that. But we don't have like free time or anything like that that's updated for him. It's been a minute. So all the athleticism that we're talking about is like this. We're watching it on film. And like guys like Andrew, I haven't seen him in 7-on-7 where he's really good. It's all
yeah, I mean, game speed is more important than track speed, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I mean, this plays. This change of a direction is really what you're looking for. I mean, long speed is long speed, but how well did they change direction? How fluid are their hips? Those are things that really matter when you're playing cornerback at the next level, because you're gonna be facing guys that can run 4.3s. You've got to be able to keep up with them even when they're faster than you.
Do we know if he's an early enrollee? Somebody had asked above.
I'm not sure.
Eric asked above. That's stuff that will come about. He did just transfer school, so I'm sure that there's all that documentation and stuff will have to get figured out over time here as he gets enrolled there. Well, he is enrolled there, but as he gets in there, they figure out what his credits are and whatnot. All right, everybody asking about his commitment. We know it was delayed about 10 minutes. Zach is down there. Zach is helping to set that up with 24/7 Sports, the national YouTube channel. When we get that link, we're going to do our best to play it in here. We're also going to drop the link so you have it. You can go to it if we can't get it to work in here.
Yeah, we'll lose some of you guys.
Yep.
Zach
There's
just
another
said
example
good to
to
go, promoting it soon as far as the video. So
Live stream.
I am awaiting said link.
2,200 people in here. Not 200, 2,200 people. I hope that there's 2,262 likes. I know some of those are YouTube folks or Facebook folks. But please, if you can, be sure to like the video. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already subbed. I'm guessing if you're here, though, you probably already are. AB and Kev, Big Ten or SEC more likely? I don't flipping know.
Yeah, I'm not the person to ask.
I hope the Big Ten, though. I hope the Big Ten. I'd be down with the Big Ten. There was some chatter on the 24/7 message board today. It would be pretty sick. My brother was a Penn State grad, so I would love to go to a whiteout and watch Florida State play Penn State.
That's a bucket list item for me. I would love to go to Penn State, but whether or not we go into one or the other or either, I think that guy's the guy to ask.
Yeah, Chris.
One little extra tidbit, real quick, on Lester. More on the scouting side, not dropping news. His wingspan in 2021 was 77 inches. The NFL average for defensive backs is 75 inches. So this is going back when he was a sophomore in high school, and he had a longer wingspan than most NFL DBs. FSU wants lengthy defensive backs, as Adam Fuller likes. The emphasis on ball skills is been ramped up as the talent pool has expanded some. So like those are two traits in addition to the athleticism, the hip fluidity and foot speed that Kev noted. Like we talk about his top traits, like those are projectable things that should play at the next level and beyond.
Yeah, I mean, the length with the athleticism is something that by athleticism, I mean change of motion, first few steps. You can see it kind of. There was one play where he was the Wildcat quarterback, and his first few steps off the line are pretty, pretty elite. So that's pretty special when you're dealing with a longer athlete. Longer athletes tend to be slower starters. They tend to be striders. He's someone that can change direction and has length. That's something that's rare, and I think that's why you're looking at him being so highly rated, being a 5-star.
All right, so the live video feed is now up. I am grabbing it to put it on the website. If you go to 247 Sports National YouTube channel, you can find it there for yourself.
Kev, can we grab that? Try to get it in here. Oh, I just leaked the. Oh boy.
So mine isn't quite live.
Okay.
It says it's going live in a minute, so
Yeah.
I'll bring it up as
Yeah,
soon as that
it's
happens.
it's not yet running. It's just it's got the waiting room basically up for you.
No spoilers on there either.
Let's see.
All right, now we wait. Let's go. Let's do this.
I mean, he's got pretty cool glasses in the waiting frame. So maybe that's a good sign. They're gold.
Cool. He's a cool cat. I don't know if everybody saw the shirt that he had made. People coming in and out here. Sorry. He had a shirt. He had a shirt that he made for Mike Norvell during his official visit. That was pretty cool.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
FSU absolutely has to get the commitment of that of Charles Lester tonight. Ooh. Or else that photo of Mike Norvell wearing that shirt is going to go viral to other fan bases. So that really needs to happen.
It's not going to end well.
It looks like the feed is starting. I heard music. I'm trying to see if it's actually happening though.
Yeah.
I've got the feed up currently.
Yeah,
That's
feed's up. There's film playing in the background.
Let's go.
Again, we really appreciate 2,400 people in here tonight to watch this with us. We're doing the best we can to cover this. Obviously, what's the channel? It's just go to the if you're trying to go to it yourself
it right now on the company.
Yeah,
you can go to YouTube.
yeah, it's
24/7
24/7 Sports YouTube on YouTube. It'll pop right up. It'll be live.
So far, so good. It's hanging up there.
Yeah.
We're seeing it. We'll see how the audio is, but that looks good. Like you guys might be able to stay here, watch us react to it happening.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be able to get audio.
The full expectation is that he is choosing between Florida State and Colorado, even though we're seeing other schools listed there. For those that aren't up to speed on what's going on, he just came off a 2-day visit out to Colorado.
Yeah, a couple of 3 days. It was one full day and then some. Yeah, 2 days is safe to say.
He made the trip out there with, I believe it was 6 teammates or 6 teammates, past teammates, whatever. It seemed like it was a big to-do. He obviously did all the photo shoots, and we know the history between Deion Sanders and Florida State. Is that the audio, Kev?
That was me opening up the link. Sorry.
No, I'm not fully confident that we'll be able to get the audio from a shared screen.
Okay, let me see if I can. You probably won't be able to hear it. I think that might be what the issue was last time. We weren't able to get the audio to work.
Yeah, so we might be having to watch for his jersey or helmet or hat or whatever he puts on.
And we'll see. Yeah, there shall be shenanigans, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a good question. If you pay attention to recruiting, 5-star wide receiver Jeremiah Smith is on campus right now. Obviously, that is a big time deal, as he is a superstar wide receiver prospect.
He's good.
He's really good. Wonder if he's watching.
Prodigious, maybe even.
That's a great word. I'm not smart enough to use a word like that.
Thank you.
You think he's watching right now?
If he's doing it, he's watching it from Tallahassee, which is pretty cool.
Yes, he is.
The way I described to Kev earlier, like that he keeps showing up, is you're just basically buying like a handful of lottery tickets every single time he shows up to campus. Each day is like another handful of lottery tickets. You're just trying to help the odds out a little bit for something that's probably a long shot, but you just keep positioning yourself to have have those odds go up a little bit. We'll see. Follow the visits.
Mm-hmm. A great man once said something of the sort.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I thought you're supposed to follow the follows.
Both. You can follow a lot of things, Kev. It's recruiting. You can follow Knowles 24/7 too if you want to do that.
Yeah, that's probably where I would follow, so you don't have to follow a bunch of other random Twitter accounts. But who am I to tell you how to live your life?
That's true. Thank you, Kev. What's in the cup?
It is decaf coffee.
Coffee at 8:45. You're living on the edge.
Merv.
It's decaf.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm already past my bedtime, so I'm having to stay up.
What's the fun in decaf?
It tastes worse too. Like it's not just that it doesn't give you the effect of the coffee. It tastes worse.
I think that's mental, Brendan.
I bet you know what? Do an experiment. You brew me a cup of decaf, you brew me a cup of regular coffee, and I'll tell you which one's which.
Better question is, what's the point of coffee?
Energy.
Caffeine.
You provide your own energy. Come on, man.
I think it tastes good.
I can put sugar in a drink and drink it.
Are you guys as outraged over Elon Musk changing Twitter to X?
I've never been more angry about anything in my life, AB. It constantly
Seeing so many comments about it.
I'm about to drop out of school because I can't handle it.
I don't care for every time I open up my Twitter, there's an X that shows up on my toolbar like I'm going to a bad website. I'm not a fan of that. Gives me anxiety, shockingly.
The X is for extreme. Have you never done P90X? I mean,
Alex
I have. Tony, forget his name, Tony something. He was a
Soprano.
Come on.
Any updates, Chris?
What's
from
wrong
Zach
with decaf coffee after a nice dinner? How is that?
That's a world-renowned lawyer you're talking to right there. Don't argue with him.
I text Zach that the stream is up and whatnot, and that we're waiting for the actual live. He said, "Warning: video will likely be pixelated." That was one thing he said. I don't know if that's because of the Wi-Fi or the connection there. If he just bought a junky phone, I think it's probably the first thing though.
He's shooting from the potato. Like I think he took Dane's phone. He borrowed Dane's phone, and that's what's happening. Potato powered.
It'll be what it'll be. As long as he picks Florida State, everything after that is all gravy.
Or he doesn't, and we get an entertaining live stream.
Chris, have you allowed yourself mentally to kind of figure out what we're going to do if he picks Colorado tonight?
Oh, I'm just going to sign off and go to bed.
Okay.
I learned from Travis Hunter. The sun will come up tomorrow.
Yeah, the Travis Hunter, we had to sit there and watch it for an extra 2 hours and just people.
That was miserable.
Who did Josh have on to to just fan the flames even more? Sean King. He had Sean King come on and say this stuff is useful for not high in Deion Sanders. Oh boy, yeah, those were.
Yeah,
Chattanooga whiskey
memories. People were asking why it's saying 4-star on the feed for there. It's because I believe on 24/7 he's ranked 38th overall. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Brendan.
Yeah, I have
4-star in those rankings. Composite, he's a 5-star. It is what it is. There's going to be several ranking updates coming up. Yeah, we'll see where he finishes.
I'm a proponent of, for our graphics, we just go whichever is higher, the composite or the company rankings. Since we're
I'm a fan of going with the composite. I think I don't have an issue with the industry. I think the composite's pretty fair one at balancing guys out. Conversation we had with John Daniels, for example, where I thought On3 had him drastically ranked way too high, while we had him ranked way too low. I think the reality is more in between. The composite kind of settles in there. So,
what are you showing us, AB?
This is Lester's live.
So it's like him arriving and walking in.
Yeah, it looks like he's walking in right now.
Should we be zooming in on AB showing? God, this is great production quality that we got here at 24/7 Sports, or Knowles 24/7, I should say. I'm not besmirching the 24/7 Sports people.
Back is set up for the actual announcement, so he's not there.
Show it again, AB.
Show it again, AB. You're zoomed in.
Wow. Only the best. We just mostly are just getting a reflection of your screen back onto the screen.
I think you're
he's
only
walking in. There's a lot of cameramen around him. I'll do my best to kind of narrate what's going on.
I say, since we don't have audio, AB, your job is to lip sync, to read lips and tell us exactly what they're saying.
I can fire up the audio on the old iPad over here and relay it if you guys want.
Chris loves firing up the iPad.
Well, you know me, I love the iPad. I've got one screen here, one screen here, one screen here right now. Try screen action.
I tell you, there's some good takes on Deion's toes in here tonight. I commend everybody.
No, we're not.
Can we? This conversation's been kind of weird.
I mean, we're just waiting for a kid to commit. What was it supposed to be? What's the conversation?
I don't know. I didn't want to get into toes.
Well,
it's going to happen. I mean,
he has missing toes, right? But
he does. Yeah.
I don't think this is the topic to go into. I think we're just going to probably toe a line. No. I promise.
Imagine Brendan being the most mature one.
I don't think that's what's happening.
No, he just told a toe pun.
I really wasn't trying.
Kev is projecting clearly a toe man.
I feel like I've gotten too much hate on this. I've been called a serial killer by multiple people.
Multiple
Yeah.
times too. Someone's gone back to the well. Yeah, they keep calling you.
2,500 people in here. There's a couple trolls.
No.
Why is everybody
Noel.
telling us about Noel Game Day being live on YouTube? We're live on YouTube.
Who's
Yeah.
No Game Day?
The stream's going to start. The kid's going to commit the same time, no matter
Yeah.
what stream you're watching it on.
Right. Shout out Dustin though. I like Dustin.
I do too. Dusty.
All right. So he's talking. He's up there. He's holding, I'm guessing, maybe a little sister or a niece or something like that.
So was this going to be on 247 stream, or are we just purely going off of his own live
I'm
feed?
watching his live right now. The stream doesn't seem like it's started yet.
All right.
Now he's got maybe a nephew or a little brother. I'm not sure. Oh, the takes. Apparently Eminem's playing right now. I'm not sure. Let me turn it up. No. Definitely not Eminem. Try not to get us DMCA'd.
Yeah, that's not probably worth it too.
I thought about playing Buffalo Soldier if he commits, but then I was like, no, we'll get shut down real fast.
No songs. No songs. We don't want to get.
All right, now they're going behind a curtain, it looks like. Looks like he's getting ready to get this thing.
Is this on his
done.
Facebook or on his YouTube?
It's on his Instagram.
Ah. Can you pull it up for us, AB?
Can I pull it up on PC?
Yes, you can.
I don't know. Do I even want
Keeping
to?
information.
Right now there's about 18 kids dancing on the stage. So I mean,
Yeah, the information in the chat is just all over the place.
people are buzzing. They're a buzz. 2,400 people is what you get. Briley's right. We're getting magic tricks. There's some magic happening on that stage right now. There's about, I think there's 8-year-olds dancing. For those that are interested in what his Instagram is, it's CL3 Slime. That's slime with 2 E's, by the way. There's some good stuff in here. There's some good stuff in this chat. Why does everybody think Dion's there? That would literally be illegal. Well, not that it matters. Nobody's going to hold anybody accountable from the NCAA, but Dion's not allowed to be there. Yeah, they're still dancing. There's some kid in a Colorado shirt.
The reason why we're not live on the YouTube channel right now is because there's music playing at the ceremony, and Zach doesn't want producers for 24/7 Sports don't want a.
Yeah, they're not trying to get a DMCA strike either.
Yeah. So you guys want to go ahead and get an old game day copyright strike? I'm just kidding. I kid.
So yeah, the live stream isn't. I don't think it's terrible. I just pulled it up. But yeah, it's just a lot of grainy dancing.
That's fine as long as we can tell what color hat he puts on, garnet or black. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get that on the official live stream. So hopefully,
I thought he might just put on the Big 12 hat, just go all in with the whole move. For Colorado, not FSU. I don't want to start
he reported it.
about FSU and conference changes.
There's a lot of media types there. He's a little NBA young boy playing for those that are hip enough to know who that is.
All right, we're only 24 minutes behind so far. I think once we get to 30 is when it starts getting ridiculous. So far,
Well, at least he's there. He's there.
So,
all right.
do you want me to pull this up?
when it stuff's happening, yeah.
Video ended. The live video has ended.
Yep, it's over. Nothing happening there.
The live Instagram video, not
Yes, correct.
yeah,
The
yeah.
live
The one at
stream
24/7 Sports will be.
is hopefully coming. A lot of folks are sure that he's going to Colorado. Make me put you on the hot take list.
It's a ploy. I don't know. I think this is just a lot of fun. The kid's enjoying himself.
Hey, it's a big deal for them. Let them live
Yeah.
their moment.
I don't know.
Because I don't know if I'm going to let that happen.
I've never had 2,000 people on a live stream waiting to hear my decision. So who am I to talk?
Well, if you're bored waiting, go over to X's and Knowles. Kev dropped a fantastic video on Florida State's empty package today. For those of you that are into that kind of thing, if you like empty packages.
A lot of people thought I meant a lot of people thought I said empty seats, not empty sets. So
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I guess I just exist in a
Miami.
different world of football than a lot of other people. I'm thinking a lot more about sets than I am about seats.
Well, we're back live again.
Oh, we're back live.
We got some people up on stage. Looks like he is trying to like get things set up and going here.
Sounds good. That means that the official live stream should be starting up soon.
Can you help me scheme a 10 and under Pop Warner 3v3 3-3 defense?
3-3 defense.
Are you sure the 3-3 stack is the way to go for Pop
That
Warner?
seems like a poor decision.
Maybe like a
I would run
5-2, 4-4.
I was gonna say I think I would run a 5-2, put your two biggest kids at end, and just have them go.
Is it tackle or is it flag?
I don't know.
One of my Pop Warner
All
teams
right,
was
the
so
video-
bad. Oh, never mind.
Video is
Video's up.
live.
All right, here we go. Got a lot of people in Colorado shirts.
Oh, that's not a great start.
No,
Is it wonky already?
it's wonky on his live. I think it's just the nature of that internet down there. So
Oh no, Game Days video is going so much better than this one.
Super smooth. We got a Colorado guy, Colorado sweatshirt guy emceeing the event.
Oh, that's
this
a
hood
good
on?
sign. That's a good sign for FSU. Let's be honest.
There were
Yeah.
some Florida State shirts in the background.
No, but I like that the MC's wearing the Colorado shirt. That's heavy-handed. That's oh god.
Breaking news: Shador Sanders is in the live comments.
Oh, there was an X on the Alabama shirt.
Do we know who's?
There's an X on the Florida State shirt.
uh-oh. I don't like it.
Have yet to see the Colorado shirt.
Oh, here we go.
There's an X on the Colorado shirt.
His Instagram is CL3
The only one
And
we
then
haven't seen is Georgia.
slime with 2 E's. CL3 slime with 2 E's. We got
So-
LSU trolls. Imagine being a fan of another team, going onto YouTube and finding some other team potentially getting a commitment or a commitment ceremony, whatever you want to call this, and showing up to try and troll.
Was it an X on the Florida State one because that's the old logo and not the most recent logo?
Oh, wait. Oh no, he's taking off the FSU shirt. Kind of. No, it's just hot. All right, it's just sweaty.
It's hot. Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, a lot of people dancing.
It's 96 up here today with pretty heavy humidity. I did not enjoy it.
Guys, I'm getting nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
You always get nervous.
Yeah, but even for me, we're grading on a scale here.
Look, the Florida State guy is.
Now, I'm going to say
nervous. He's
this: if
sweating.
he has Luke come out in a Florida State shirt or something like that, or a flaming spear, and he spikes it on a buffalo, that'll be pretty badass.
Yeah, if they kill a buffalo live on
Well,
TV.
I mean, not a real buffalo,
Oh,
a fake one. Like
I
a
was gonna
stuffed
say that
buffalo.
would be impactful. It's probably not
I don't
appropriate.
want any animals
Wouldn't like
hurt.
it.
I feel like they would,
Of this
as long as they
commitment
use
video.
all of the buffalo.
That's true. It's very.
Hey, Chris, leave.
Chris is, I think, in position to flip stuff over on Knowles 24/7.
Okay, so we missed. I believe there was also an X on the Georgia shirt. So
There was probably an X on all of them because he's shouting out YouTube.
Michigan State, maybe he did visit there.
That would be something.
All right. While we're waiting, we think this is going to happen really quickly. Impact of his live just dropped again, so we're gonna have to wait for his live to come back up. Impact of a commitment if he does pick Florida State. Brendan, go.
Top 10 class all of a sudden, and I think he's a domino that falls that would make it more appealing for other blue chip players to continue looking at Florida State. They are already, but the more blue chippers you get, the more likely you are to get more. KJ Bolden right around the corner. I feel like if you want to get KJ Bolden, you need Charles Lester to be a part of this class. I don't know if one exists without the other, to be honest, at this point. So yeah, this is a big one for FSU to continue to surge in the national rankings and to be appealing to blue chip prospects.
Yeah. If he picks Colorado, is the recruitment over?
I don't know that it's over either way, to be honest. I think even Colorado getting him in twice in the last month would make it to where if Colorado has a surprising season, say FSU struggles a little bit, then all of a sudden it's something, but that works the other way around too, where if Colorado struggles, FSU has a good year, you can probably get him to come circle back around too. I think Charles Lester, as much as we've heard that he's kind of over the recruiting process, I'm not convinced that it's done after tonight. But it's a lot easier to hold on to someone than it is to flip them traditionally.
Right.
So that's you're playing the odds games. Odds game. Chattanooga whiskey.
And I'm gonna start deleting some of these trolls.
Yeah, get him out of here.
We haven't even seen Charles, so we're not sure what he's doing.
No, he's there, but he's not out in the forefront.
He's just getting his buddies some screen time. They're dancing.
They're having a good time. I wonder if Zach's having a good time.
No.
The guy on the left's glasses are very early 2000s. He's getting it.
Okay, Kev, let's go. You know what? Let's do everyone's fashion. Go ahead.
Well, it's kind of interesting that they chose a non-traditional logo for the Georgia guy. Alabama, Colorado have their very, their tried and trues. Florida State's got the old logo.
What do you make of that?
I don't know. They had to go looking for that shirt. I don't know if. I mean, I guess it's not that hard to buy the old logo shirts.
No, I saw some the other day in the mall.
Shador Sanders is in the comments section of the.
Get him out of there! Get out, Shador.
No, of the Instagram live.
Yeah, no, I don't want him there either. I don't want him influencing this at all. No, bad juju.
He's bragging about the Wi-Fi in the mountains out in Colorado.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's splendid.
Boulder was very nice when I went up there this summer.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Tallahassee has no Wi-Fi. That is a point I'll concede.
We got MetroNet now. It's the
apparently
times are changing.
Apparently, we're having better video than the actual live stream on 24/7 Sports is.
That doesn't make any sense since I'm literally just watching the live stream on.
Hey, just go with it.
Don't overthink it. Just they're here.
We're working our magic. 2,600 people in here. Please be sure to like this video if you are enjoying yourself. We're doing our best to get us to the finish line here as we wait and see what Charles Lester is going to do. Looks like there's some potential tomfoolery getting ready to happen. They're looking behind the curtain. God only knows what's about to go down.
We've got shenanigans reference today. We've got tomfoolery. This is a very young, hip podcast and YouTube channel.
I think I just saw Zach on the live.
It's getting real. I think there's a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, he's got 1,800 people there. I'm sure.
All right, people are clearing out. We're zooming in on the curtains.
Yep. That was a bad drum roll. Apparently, Luke is live.
Yeah, the Luke being there, and we'd heard about that a few days ago that he would be down there. Was always the last line of defense. If Luke was told to not go down, that would be concerning.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing for FSU that your quarterback commitment is there.
Either that or they're just really going for it.
Yeah, or everyone's really in on this, or Charles Lester just doesn't care about Luke Romanhawk's time.
Don't worry, Andrew Parchment's
to
also in the
disrespect
comment section bashing a commitment ceremony. Come on, man. Didn't you do enough damage? 4th and 14, though. I'll give you that.
Guys, it's only been 35 minutes from when he said he would do it. We've gotten a show.
Maybe Luke is flipping. That's a good point, Briley. Good point. I think
Only I
think
can
it's
see
getting
it.
ready to go down.
Something's happening. I can see backstage Chris Nee watching this, and he's got the frantic energy of the Travis Hunter days. Doesn't make me feel good for him. It's just a lot of looking up and down at the screen.
I have no problem with the
All right, I
ceremony
think-
that they've
I think
put
we're
on.
getting ready
I
to do something here.
think they could have done a practice dry run before this to kind of nail out some of the specifics.
Comment section is telling us that he's about to pop out. Oh God, something's on fire. Something's on fire. It's a rising spear, guys.
Let's
It's a burning spear.
go.
Oh, but he's got the collar. Florida State shirt. Let's go.
He's got
What
the
is that?
flaming spear, dude.
Is that the new? No, it's definitely not a new uniform.
No, it's not. It's
All right.
Florida State. All right.
So he does choose the Knowles. Let's go, Charles. He's got the number 1 on. Who's up there with him? Do we recognize any of these people?
I don't think it's anyone. I don't think it's anyone from Florida State. Looks like friends,
Okay.
teammates.
Okay.
Maybe up there with them too. It's a big part of his life. So
Yeah. So Florida State was his lifelong dream school. He's often talked about that. Every time he stepped foot on campus, after the visit, he said he was ready to commit then, just never did. This is a big time get. Brendan, we talked about it a little bit earlier. For those that were not in here, Abner won Knowles. Maybe that was a youth football jersey or something like that.
oh yeah, his youth football team was the Knowles. I think multiple stops. He's had Seminoles as a team.
Okay, we talked about the impact. We said, this pushes Florida State back into the top 10 for team rankings. This potentially drives you a 4-star offensive lineman. I'm not even going to pretend to try to say his name. Atite is his last name. He will be committing tomorrow. There's some thought potentially that will be a Florida State pick, but we're going to see. I don't even know. Who is he picking between? He just decommitted,
He decommitted from USC. All the crystal balls are for Florida State. So, barring anything crazy happening, I think the expectation is safely Florida State tomorrow.
Yeah. You are quickly looking at getting back-to-back 4-star, potential 5-star prospects leading into the KJ Bolden decision in early August. I believe that's August 5th, correct?
KJ Bolden on August 5th. That is correct. Sometime in the evening.
Yeah, this train is rolling right now. You gotta feel good that these two, this prospect today and Charles Lester, and tomorrow in the 4-star offensive lineman, help propel you maybe to landing KJ Bolden. But we're here to talk about Charles Lester. We talked about the impact. Can you give us any backstory on this? You got any good scoop?
Yeah, I got some backstory on this. Okay, I'm trying to. I actually had a plan on whether to tell us or not. Oh, make it short. That's not how I operate. We believe he had silently committed to Florida State multiple times in this process. We know Florida State had led for a while, but we believe that he'd actually committed silently a few times. Part of the reason why I was getting a little anxious with the Colorado trip coming up, and we believe the Colorado trip was going to be somewhat theatrical, and I think that's what it proved to be ultimately for these purposes, but it was still a level of consternation whether that was going to happen because Charles had again, silently committed to Florida State multiple times during the process and had not yet publicly done it. I can now say confidently when he left the Moore Center in his mid-June official visit, he told reporters who were there that he was going to commit to Florida State, that he had committed, that he had a commitment ceremony planned. This Colorado visit was a little bit of something that made FSU coaches and staffers kind of have to hold their collective breath, but they still felt good going into even today, and that was our messaging all along, right? Was that Florida State felt good about it, but there was the variable of Deion Sanders being there. So, anyways, that was the backstory. Is FSU really liked him? They identified him about 2 years ago as like a guy that they had like bookmarked as needing to get in this class. They thought they were going to get him multiple times, even going back into like spring, again in the summer, and finally here late summer, FSU gets him to go public. Whew.
That was a lot. Yeah, I had heard you guys
a lot of information, good information.
Yeah, obviously, and there's going to be a boatload more of information like that will drop on the Knowles 24/7 website. So please get over there and get signed up if you are not already. Dane texted me earlier. Is the 75% promo still going on?
It is still going on through the end of the month. We've had nearly 500 people sign up, which is crazy. It's a lot of people to sign up in a couple of weeks. Just a lot going on in the world of Florida State. There continues to be. Camp starts next week. So, yeah, it's still ongoing for a few more days if you want to ride the wave with us at Knowles 24/7.
So Dane wanted me to make sure something like it's like $2.99 or something like that. The best price on the internet basically is what Dane told me. Oh boy,
Thanks, Dane. It's true.
Everybody's ready for me to start taking out the hot takes.
We're gonna to
Is
show
it
some
time?
people up.
Is it time?
I think it's time.
Seems like
All right,
look
so
at all
already-
those
Seacroft
notifications.
was already out there. Well, let's see what else we got. It actually was mild. This was a 38 or 36 page message or thread. Let's see. Leveraging Colorado's for his buddies. Not with this defensive staff recruiting him. No, man. Come on, no, man.
This feels so
no,
petty.
Man. 1-2-1-4-1-2. What you got going on, man? Oh, fire Pat. I think Longbeard's trolling the troll though. If I'm reading that correctly.
Hot cakes with the hot takes.
This one, all right. SRQ Knoll. He's been on this. Got to give him credit. Got to shout him out a little bit. He was on this right from the jump. He's been offering the good intel.
All right.
Optics are bad. What?
Can we talk about football?
All right, fine.
Wait.
People aren't here for football.
Before, can I share one AB hot take on July 20th?
Yeah, go for it.
Dion is gonna, I can't say it on here, he's gonna screw him. And that was about Florida State. So you two,
AB's been the biggest pessimist. He went on Discord the other day and was talking about never following recruiting again.
I ride the roller coaster right at the
right?
Hot cakes with the hot takes.
You can also read my hot take that Florida State's going to land KJ Bolden and Jeremiah Smith too. Read that hot take when it comes true.
Oh.
Dude, if they land Jeremiah Smith.
All right, we're not here for that.
I have an update to celebrate as we get it. Yep, I'll have a little update. I have raised my chances of FSU getting KJ Bolden from 51% to 62%.
Son of a nutcracker. 62? What's that number?
It's more than 60, less than 70. Not quite that 70 yet.
And we're still considering that a two-team race?
Yes. A caveat is that he's supposed to be visiting Auburn, I think, this weekend. We'll see what that does, but going into it, I think it's a Florida State, Georgia, going into August 5th. And I'm not going to put in a crystal ball. If it was today, I'd still go with Florida State, and I've kind of held true to that for a couple weeks now. So
I'm here for it. If I'm gonna give you your kudos because everybody just seems to kind of be catching on now that Florida State is in that recruitment a little bit heavier than they believed previously. From your mouth to God's ear, AB. Hey, right back at you. 1,300 people in here. We appreciate the hell out of all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to scroll back, we've watched that tremendous commitment ceremony.
We watched film before that.
We watched film before. We're going to pull the film
talked
back.
about the football.
We're going to pull the film up again. Hey, Kev.
Yes.
Hey, Kev. We know you don't like recruiting. This is the lifeblood of football.
I like the football part of recruiting.
Well, then pull the tape up. What do you know, man?
I interrupted him twice to be honest.
You're just over there being sassy.
That's you need to put some
being sassy. Okay.
Chattanooga whiskey.
Do you think he ever plays any offense?
No.
No. I do think that option exists if things don't go well for him at DB. Like you could always probably do that.
Yeah.
You know, naturally use that wide receiver. But no, I think I'm a big proponent, Kev, of taking your best athletes and putting them on defense. I think generally, like, it's a harder position or harder side of the ball to play for most part. So, no offense, former quarterback. I understand.
Do you think that he's gonna be your field corner, or do you think he's ever gonna get moved inside? I mean, he's a 6'1" kid, so you can either see him kind of being that shutdown corner, or potentially kind of putting on a little bulk. I mean, Alabama's played some 6'1", 6'2" longer kids with the build of like an AZ Thomas, bulk them up to 200 pounds and kind of put them in that star position, the nickel position. Do you think that's a future, or do you think he's going to be an outside guy?
I think outside guy makes the most sense. I
Mm-hmm.
also think he's really good playing off coverage. That's what he's done primarily in high school, and even attacking forward, he does a good job with and playing the ball. So like even like a coverage safety type of role, like I don't think it's completely out of the picture. But like I think outside corner is where he'll start at. Like that's where the career path will begin for him, and then you figure it out from there.
Yeah, I don't think he's a safety. I don't think he's a guy that you can move back. I think he's also not sure he's ever going to be a 200-pounder. He's pretty.
Yeah, he's lanky.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
lanky.
is.
He's lanky and he's thin.
170-ish now we have
Yeah.
him at, but we haven't weighed him in a while. Like he hasn't had like verified measurements in a bit too.
Right.
But
Right.
170, is that what it is?
It looks like. I mean, that's.
Yeah, that
I'd
seems
be
about
shocked
right.
if he's 170. Honestly.
171 is what he's on a profile at. Yeah.
So for some people are asking, there's going to be all types of content going up on Knowles 24/7. On the website, there will be. Brendan, did you do a scouting report for this?
I did a
We get
little
BS?
scouting stuff, more about the ball skills and how that's
Yep.
something FSU wants. So yeah, that'll be up there. Zach has backstory on Knowles 24/7 about it, and then obviously we'll have quotes and video and all that stuff because Zach's down there in Sarasota.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of great stuff. Brendan's going to take a swig of Chattanooga whiskey right now. Shout out to the sponsor. Shout out to the Turner Group also. Even though we're not playing any Byers Saloon. You know what? Screw it. I'm playing Byers Saloon right now. Byers Saloon, August 5th. KJ Bolden is a Seminole.
Well, since I said 62% earlier, that's a buy.
People want to hear you say bye. Kev, you got an answer? You got any thoughts? If you say Saloon, I'm kicking you out.
I mean, it seems like they got the momentum. They are going to pull a 4-star offensive lineman most likely tomorrow. It's just it's feeling like things are looking up on the recruiting end, and so I'm going to trust in Mike until I'm proven wrong. And in 3 years, there have only been a handful of times where that's been the case.
All right, I want to pull this up if I can. I'll do my best. Do my best here.
Here's a question: does Charles Lester ever make it to the All ACC team?
No.
Ooh,
He'll be in the Big Ten.
Trick question.
That is a good question. I think he'll be in all. I think he has. That's his upside as being all conference guy, like by his third year. I think that's probably what he's looking at.
Yeah, but will that be an All ACC guy?
Because you want me to know if he's going to be in the Big Ten or the. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's a known.
We're not the types to, bash other sites and whatnot. So we share credit when credit is due. The lovely Josh Newberg posted a tweet of the moment that Charles Lester committed to Mike Norvell.
Oh man, you just saved my ear, buddy. Man, you just saved my ear.
So that's pretty cool.
That feels very genuine.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
And that you get a glimpse of who Mike Norvell is as a recruiter. There's guys out there that are smoke and mirrors and all that kind of stuff. He is a true, heartfelt. Jesus, Dawn almost knocked everything over. True, heartfelt, all about the relationships. He is 100% invested in every human being that walks through the door. Type of coach. So it's neat to see. Those are special moments for these guys. They invest so much time, and to get a young man to say yes to come to your university, it means a lot. It's a powerful moment for them, and for the staff in general. Kev, pull the film back up. You were supposed to pull the film back up. You didn't.
We already watched the film. I was just trying to talk
Watch
football.
it again.
Yeah, now he's an FSU commit. We can contextualize
Exactly.
it. And
Yeah, now we can blow him up a little bit more.
And yeah, now we can say he was amazing and like
He's the best player I've ever seen.
prodigious.
He should probably be ranked number 1 overall.
I am a
I
little.
mean,
lower on
he
my-
does have some vague similarities to a number 1 recruit from a couple years ago.
Who?
I'm not going to say
Yes.
it.
Yes. This 100,000% fraud. No problem saying it. None. Come at me, Miami.
Guys, I just got a little heads up. I will be doing the
Ooh.
O-line video with you guys because Chris is building content off the Leicester stuff, so you're stuck with me for even longer. There goes my Friday night.
No, it's 9:30. I'm not sure that O-line video is getting done.
All right, that's fine by me. I want to play some NCAA football and go to bed.
Ooh. Are you gonna?
Where
are
was
you
my
gonna put
invite
Charles
to come
Lester
over
on
and
the-
beat you in NCAA football, Brennan?
I don't want to talk about that.
Gosh, I love this play. This is my favorite play.
Kev, it's not up.
No, well, I'm watching it myself. You guys can deal with it.
Why is this your favorite play? You're going to say things like that. Tell us why.
Okay. It's my favorite play because, one, you can see how raw he is fundamentally. I mean, this is just not how you zone drop.
No. Clicking your heels. That's a no-no.
I mean, just
I'm not the expert. Like, I'm not as into it as you guys are with like some of the nuances. So I was watching this play earlier and I used this in the scouting report. And I was like, that doesn't seem that doesn't seem like something he's supposed to be doing.
No,
I will
he's
tell you,
standing up, clicking heels, and yeah, that's not going to
and then biting hard when you have a receiver who's facing forward. Everything up until this point, textbook, how you don't want to do it. But he can get away with it because that frame right there where he goes from being facing forward, being totally lost, right? That's lost. To flipping his hips, getting over the top of the receiver, and getting an interception.
Yeah.
You can teach them. You can teach someone to not zone drop like this. You can't teach someone to flip their hips like that and then have that ball skill.
Yeah. You could tell the special athletes when they're able to unlock that kind of movement in their hips. Those are the guys that they've got the elite change of direction skills and ability to stop, start, get back to full speed, that type of stuff.
I mean, consistently, you're looking at when you look at how people project to the NFL and the skills you're looking for, it's really that change of direction. That's what makes an elite football player.
He's got the vertical speed, which you like. So he's got makeup speed if he does, if he is a corner long term. He's a guy that when he gets speed, he's going to be able to get back to the football and make a play on it. He can run.
Yeah, he can really
I've
move.
watched his highlights a few times, and I forgot how well he does move.
Yeah. That was
His
one of my
first few
favorite plays,
steps.
too, was that reverse or that little reverse action.
Find this play where he's Wildcat quarterback.
There it is.
No, it was.
Yeah. I think
There was another one.
Let him cook. What are we doing?
This one.
Oh, okay. Woo!
Just so quick, those first few steps. You get a good indication of just kind of how fast he is, like how quick he is. That's what I care about.
Well, what I like the most is we've talked about him being thin, but the way he runs through some arm tackles there, there's physicality in his game that, I mean, sometimes when you think about corners, you don't always think about him being the toughest guys, but he shows you some of that. Important to note, Zach broke it yesterday, I think, that 4-star cornerback Jamari Howard is going to be on campus this weekend, starting tomorrow, I believe. So you're talking about potentially pairing a Charles Lester, who's borderline 5-star, probably will end up there or close to a 4-star Jamari Howard, is he still in the top 100? I can't recall. I think he's close. 4-star Jamari Howard. And then, we'll see what happens with KJ Bolden on August 5th. A 5-star, a super freak of an athlete. Your secondary future looks awfully bright if you can finish those recruitments and get them in your class and enrolled on your campus.
Jamari is, I think, in the 70 range at 24/7
That's what I
Sports
thought. Thank
and
you.
109 in the composite. So.
Okay, thank you. I knew it was close. Yeah, I like the toughness. He shows a lot more toughness than I remembered. It's been about a month since I watched him.
Yeah, he's kind of hidden all the kind of more physical plays at the end.
Man, I like how he just kind of balances his way out of that.
He just moves very naturally, I feel like.
He's smooth.
Smooth part of his game, definitely.
Someone asked if you could see him kick return or punt return. I think he's a natural punt returner.
Yeah.
Someone you could kind of get in that role.
I'm sure they'll try him out there. I mean, just the ball skills, the smoothness. Yeah, there's a chance for that. Yeah, this is a big one. This is one of the biggest commits of the Mike Norvell era. They were in on this kid for a long time. Like legitimately official visited Alabama. He was going to OV Georgia. That didn't happen. That was after his FSU silent. And then you fend off Coach Prime. For the time being, obviously this is still a couple months or a few months to go until early signing period, but you're in the driver's seat now, and that's the spot to be. Ultimately, that's where you want to be for everyone. Easier to keep them than to flip them. So it's good stuff for the staff. This was a long time coming. Total team effort too. Like Mike Norvell, big on this. Adam Fuller, Tony Tokars is a regional guy. Derek Ray, Patrick Sertan, obviously. Like you talk about, like 5-6 people had to be involved in this recruitment to get it done, and this puts FSU in the top 10 nationally. It's big. It's a big win for FSU, no doubt.
Adam Fuller can recruit. Oh, breaking news.
Don't say that too loud, because a lot of people have a lot of narratives they want to keep going. In the meantime,
they love their narratives.
Let's pull up the trolls again. Let's end on that.
Norvell can't recruit high school.
I already closed out.
All right. I'll bump it up on the.
I think we're an hour. We put in a hard hour here. I think at this point we're going to call it a night.
I'm fine with that.
To everybody that joined in, there were 2,500 people in here at one point. Thank you. We appreciate you dropping in with us. This was a big night for Florida State. This is a big night for the program, and that's why you guys were here. Obviously we teased a little bit. We had a feeling that he was going to ultimately pick Florida State tonight, and that did come true. But you never know until the kid walks out with his whatever the hell he's going to be doing. Ultimately, he walks out with a flaming spear, pretty cool jersey on, and his throne and the king crown on. So congratulations to Charles Lester. Congratulations to Mike Norvell and the football staff, and congratulations to the Knowles 24/7 subscribers, because you got to have fun with us tonight. Now you get to go onto the message board and have a hell of a good time reading about the newest commitment. There's going to be a lot of stories coming. There's going to be a lot of content tomorrow. Chris is probably going to be on the bench. Brendan's probably going to be on the bench. Yes.
Yep.
Pretty big recruiting day tomorrow as they close out July and we push to the football season. So for Brendan, for myself, for Kev, for Chris, who's flipping stories, go Knowles, right? Yeah, it feels right. I'll say it. Chop it up.